नीचे कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to assembled devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Bhagavati Vasudha Devidasi from Mangalore, India. Please forgive me for stopping all of you from ecstatic chanting. Now let us move on to the next part of the session. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name which are to be avoided, which given by Vyasadeva and Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema. So once again, I thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Let us move on to the next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all are joining the call today?
Hare Krishna Bhagavatam Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisance to all the devotees on the call. This is Harita from Missouri City, Texas. Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Harita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Wishing everyone happy Ekadasi. After the class, we will read Ekadasi. Glories Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna, happy Ekadashi to you and all. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karuna Devidasi from Elgon.
Hare Krishna Indulekha Karuna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call and giving your association regularly. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, when is Ekadashi in India?
Tomorrow, Mataji.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
But some temples, Hindu temples celebrate today. As per Vaishnava,
that's what I was saying. Yeah, all my relatives are doing it today. Yeah. It's always in India. It's always problem, Mataji. When I went for summer, also it was like that. My parents want to do one day, and I have to follow ISKCON calendar. the other day. Yeah.
Vaishnavas follow on Brahma Muhurta, what is the Tithi. So for us, in Brahma Muhurta, tomorrow will be Ekadashi Tithi.
Yeah, Mataji, thank you for that explanation.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Okay, dear devotees, is there anyone who would like to introduce in the call today? Okay, I welcome all of you once again. Thank you everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are really fortunate to have His Grace Gaur Vilas Prabhuji listeners on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, verse 8.17.10 to 12. Prabhuji, you are there on the call. Okay, Prabhuji is yet to join.
Prabhuji joined, Mataji.
Yes. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Thank you Prabhuji for coming on Bhakti Sangha conference call and giving your time and association regularly and enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Today we are really fortunate to hear from you Prabhuji. I hand over the call to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you Mataji, thank you all the devotees for this opportunity to serve. We will begin with our prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauramani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatyadesh Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Today we are discussing from 8th canto, chapter 17, entitled The Lord Agrees to Become Aditi's Son. Today we'll be discussing verses 10 to 12. I'll recite the 10th verse. Ayu paramavapura bhushtam abhishtamatulya lakshmi dyo bhurasa sakala yoga gunastri vargaha jnanam cha kevalam ananta bhavanti tushtat tatto nrinam kyum sapatna jayadirashi. Translation. O unlimited one, if your lordship is satisfied, if your lordship is satisfied, one can very easily obtain a lifetime as long as that of Brahma, a body either in upper, lower or middle planetary systems, unlimited material opulence, religion, economic development and satisfaction of the senses, full transcendental knowledge, and the 8 yogic perfections. What to speak of such petty achievements as conquering one's rivals? Next verse. Shukdev Goswami said, O King Parikshit, best of the Bharata dynasty, when the lotus-eyed Lord, the supersoul of all living entities, was thus worshipped by Aditi, he replied as follows. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Deva Matar Bhavatyame Vigyatam Chir Kangshitam Yasapatnair Ritakshrinam Chavitanam Swadhamataha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O Mother of the demigods, I have already understood your long cherished desires for the welfare of your sons, who have been deprived of all opulences and driven from their residences by their enemies. Purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, being situated in everyone's heart, and especially in the hearts of his devotees, is always ready to help devotees in adversity, since he knows everything. He knows how things are to be adjusted, and he does the needful to relieve the suffering of his devotee. Hare Krishna. This is a wonderful section from Srimad Bhagavatam where Kashyapa and Aditi, they had a conversation. Aditi was very, very upset, very sad, because her sons, Devatas, were driven away from their residence, heaven, by Bali Maharaj and his entire army of the demons. She went to Kashyapa Muni and asked for some solution to get, so that their sons, they can get their kingdom back. Kashyap Muni, previously he knew, he had the experience of Diti. In the fourth canto, in third canto, the story comes, Diti, when Shri approached Kashyapa with a desire to have sons, he told her that please wait for some time and then you can procreate. But she didn't listen, and the result was the two most powerful demons of the universe were born. So now when Aditi, she comes with a similar request, he has experienced and he has become more mature in his dealings, in his understanding. And there in the third canto, Srila Prabhupada writes in purport that Kashyapa Muni, he was attached to his wife. Therefore, he could not do anything. But now, long time has passed by. Kashyapa has become more mature. And now he gives a very, very wonderful process of devotional service to his wife Aditi. That is called as Payovrata. You must have heard in the detail about this Payovrata. And Kashyapa Muni, as an expert teacher, expert spiritual master, he knows how to engage the propensities of his disciple to bring him or her closer to the Lord. So Kashyapa knew that Aditi, she can do lots of tapasya, but now she's angry on demons. Let me give her a process of purification. This path of Krishna consciousness, the path of devotional service, which Kashyapa Muni gave to Aditi, it is so wonderful that even if somebody does it unknowingly, he gets purified. The Lord, he purifies the heart of his devotee, whether the devotional service is done with the desire to please the Lord or with the desire of something material. It is fact that Lord, he purifies the devotee's heart by the practice of devotional service, which the devotees perform. Satyam dishatyarthitam arthito nrinam naivartado yat punararthitam yataha swayam vidhatte bhajatam anicchatam ichchapidhanam nijapada pallavam. It is true, if you go to the Lord for material things, arthitam arthito nrinam, if you want material things, you want wealth of this world, he gives, Lord gives. Naivarthadoyat punararthitam yata, but he gives in such a way that you will not, the devotee will not ask for the same material thing again. How he does that? Swayam vidhatte bhajatam anichatam. Lord, he comes with his benedictions. The devotee says, no, no, my Lord, I don't want you at present. Anichchata. I don't want you. Ichha nahi hai. Ichha means desire. I don't have the desire to get you. But the Lord says, no, no, it doesn't work like this. 1 + 1 free. I always come with my benedictions. And when the Lord comes in the life of his devotee, Ichha pidhanam nijapada pallavam, then all the material desires are purified. So time and again, we have seen in many stories, many cases, how the Lord purified the heart of his devotee. Is some disturbance coming? Okay. So Lord purifies the heart of his devotee. And this is the same case which is happening here. Similar thing. The Lord, he purified the heart. The process of devotional service purified the heart of Aditi. And therefore, she is practically offering pure devotional prayers. In the 10th verse, it is described, Aditi is offering prayer. So, my Lord, by your devotional service, by pleasing you, anything is possible to be achieved in this world. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha, whatever what a devotee wants, he gets that, she gets that. Yat karma vir, yat tapasa, jnana vairagya, yogena dana dharmena shreya obhiritarairapi. Sarvam madbhakti yogena madbhakto labate anjasa swarga apavarga madhama kathanchid yadi vanchati. Lord is telling to Uddhava, Uddhava, my devotee, whatever he wants, he'll get it. The results obtained by karma, tapasa, jnana, vairagya, yoga, dana, dharma, or any other processes. Sarvam madbhakti yogena, by my devotional service, my devotee achieves everything. Anjasa very easily achieves that. What do you want? You want Swarga? You will get Swarga. You want Apavarga? You will get liberation also. You want my abode? You will get that also. So Aditi, she is also telling, similar in the 10th verse that, oh my Lord, by worshipping you, anything is achievable in this world. She says one can achieve a body in any of the planets, unlimited material opulence, and full transcendental knowledge. What to speak of conquering over rivals? Because that's what she wanted. She wanted to conquer over the rivals. She wanted her sons to regain their kingdom. So the Lord, when he heard such wonderful prayers, he speaks very beautiful. The first verse, it is a very, very important verse to understand. The Lord spoke, Bhavatya me vigyatam. I already know your desires. This is such a hope-giving statement by the Lord. Many times when we are talking to somebody, trying to tell what we are going through, and if they don't understand our situation, we get frustrated, irritated, we get upset. And if somebody, you are talking to that person, and within a few minutes of conversation, the person says, oh, I think you are going through this problem and this is your, oh, yes, you have understood right. So the Lord, he's expert in pacifying his devotees. He's expert in increasing the faith of the devotees in himself. That's the purpose. The Lord performs all these pastimes so that we can develop faith in him. This similar thing comes many times in Bhagavatam. When 10th canto, when Mother Earth along with Brahma and all the Devatas, they go to Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu says the same thing, I know your problems. In the 4th canto, when the Devatas, they go, in the 3rd canto, Devatas, they go to Brahma and all the Devatas, they go to Vishnu. He says the same thing. I know your problems. In the 7th canto, Prahlad Maharaj, then when Hiranyakashipu is doing intense tapasya, all the devtas, they go to Lord, and Lord says, I know your problems. Mahabhishta, do not fear. So the Lord knows our problems. It is not that, does Lord know what I'm going through in my life? I'm doing such hard work, so many endeavors I'm doing to serve Him, please Him. In spite of all the problems I'm going through, I'm trying to chant properly, I'm associating with devotees, I'm doing seva. Is Lord aware of my problems? Is Lord aware of what I'm going through? Maybe He's not. Why He's not reciprocating if He's aware? So the first verse, Lord says, I already know your problem. I know your desire. So that is very, very hope-giving. Lord knows our problems. And in fact, the Lord, whatever He does in this world, He is doing so that we can become happy. Aditi, she is really disturbed. So therefore, the first statement says, Lord says, I know your desire. That makes a person happy. That makes a person peaceful. Okay, the Lord knows my problems. Now it will be solved. All the endeavors we are doing in this world is to make ourselves peaceful and happy. Because we are Satchidananda. We are pleasure seeking. So we are trying to enjoy, because that's the nature of the living entity. But when we try to enjoy in separation from Krishna, to be the controller of this world, then we suffer. That is karmi mentality. Ishwaroham maham bhogi, siddhoham balavan sukhi. I am enjoyer. I am controller. I have conquered this. I have defeated this enemy. I have killed him. This is remaining. I'll kill him also. Srila Prabhupada, he would say, when we see karmis, we laugh at them and they laugh at us. But our laugh is better. Because we know that they are wrong. They laugh at us thinking that, what are you doing? All these people, you're wasting your time. You are not getting the best of your life. You are wasting your valuable life in all these nonsense things, chanting. What it will give you? But Prabhupada would say, our laugh is the last laugh. They may laugh at us. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato muneh. Whatever is day for a materialist is night for a spiritualist, and vice versa. Whatever attracts the materialistic people, that is of complete disinterest for devotees. They're not at all interested in anything material. So when they see, oh, we are wasting our time chanting Hare Krishna, no. We know that this is the best investment. This is the only thing which helps one in this life and the next life. And we have left Krishna in the pursuit of material enjoyment, but Krishna has not left us. Krishna is always working hard. How to get this living entity back to the spiritual world? And that's the reason why the Lord appears in this world. In the first canto, the sages of Naimisharanya, they asked 6 questions. One of the question was, why Lord appears from the womb of Mother Devaki? And Suta Goswami answers, to reclaim the fallen conditioned souls. That's the only purpose of the Lord's appearance. And He keeps doing so many endeavors. He sometimes sends His devotees, sometimes comes as deities, scriptures, somehow or other, trying to bring us back to His lotus feet. The devotees, they come, they give instructions to us. One devotee, he went to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, please give me your mercy so that I can follow your instructions. Prabhupada said, my mercy is that I have given you instructions. Now you have to follow it. If somebody is fallen in the well and the rope is thrown, then he cannot say, let my fingers curl around the rope. No, it will not happen automatically. We have to catch hold of the rope. So so the devotees are showing compassion, but it is our responsibility. And the devotees, they never give up. The Lord never gives up. Harishwari Prabhu, he was telling that in 1975, Hamsaduta Prabhu, he told Prabhupada that he was talking about Shyam Sundar Prabhu. And he had some difficulty and he was doing some business. He lost a large amount of money. And then Shyam Sundar Prabhu, just to repay that money, which was taken from society, our international society for Krishna consciousness, he was trying to repay it by selling jewelry. And in the course of time, in the course of all this, he was not able to maintain the sadhana properly. So Hamsadut Prabhu was telling this to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, this is what Shyam Sundar Prabhu is going through. So Prabhupada, as a very compassionate Acharya, Mahaprabhu's representative, he said, actually, he has done a mistake and he wants to rectify it. He wants to bring the money, but the money is lost. If the money is lost, it is lost. Let him come back. A life saved is more important than money. Prabhupada said, if I want to write to him, but I don't know where he is now. So Harikesh Prabhu, he told Prabhupada that Shyam Sundar Prabhu wants to make millions of dollars for you, Prabhupada. That's why he's working hard. Prabhupada, he said, yes, that's good, but I am thinking when making millions of dollars, he may not be lost. I want one soul saved. That is more than millions of dollars. That is the compassion of Prabhupada. That's the compassion of Supreme Lord. They are working hard to help us. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha. He is seated in everyone's heart. The Lord gives remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. And the next line says, Vedaischa sarvairahameva vedyo vedantakrit veda videvacham. This is a beautiful verse which tells what the Lord is doing for us from inside and from outside. From inside, he is working hard to give direction. Sarvasya cha aham hridhi sannivishto. I am there in everyone's heart, guiding every living entity. He wants to liberate us. He's working really hard. He never rests. Lord is always alert. Madrik parpanna pashupasha vimokshanaya muktaya bhuri karunaya namolayaya swamshena sarvatanu brahmanasi pratita pratyak trishe bhagavate brihate namaste. Gajendra, he is offering prayers. Oh my Lord, I am now bound in this pashupash. This crocodile has caught my leg. You are free. Please help me. You are muktaya. You are so compassionate. Bhuri karunaya. You are alayaya. Alayaya means you are never lazy. You never tell, today I am not feeling like helping my devotee. No, you never do that. You are always alert. As soon as the devotee calls out, he comes. We don't call out sufficiently intensely. That's why the Lord doesn't reciprocate so easily. Shrindvata Shraddhaya Nityam Granatascha Swacheshchitam Kalena Nati Dirghena Bhagavan Vishate Ridhi. Shrindvata, if somebody hears, Shraddhaya, with faith, Nityam, regularly, Granatascha, applies, Swacheshchitam. This Swacheshta is very important. Swacheshta means intense endeavor. If we are not working hard, then Krishna will not enter the heart. Kalena nati dirghena Bhagavan Vishate Ridhi. If we are really endeavoring hard, then for sure Lord will enter the heart. But we are many times casual in our prayers. We are not intense in our prayers. So then the Lord puts extra, extra bonus points in our life, extra troubles, so that we can become more intense. Because Lord wants us to become intense in our devotional practices, because that is what is good for us. And when the Lord sees, what is this devotee doing? Why he is not intense? Why he is so casual? Okay, let me do something for him or her. Then the Lord puts something extra. And then we question why this has come. Because we were not sincere enough. So the Lord is really working hard. Devotees are really working hard for us. If somebody thinks, whatever I have done in my devotional service, it is my own credit. No, we have not done anything. It's all prayers of devotees. That's why we are here. All of us, we are here practicing because some devotee is praying for us. We may not even know who all have prayed for us. We may tell some devotees, oh Prabhuji, oh Mataji, please pray for me. But there is some other devotee who is praying for us, even without our telling them. And their prayers, Krishna listens. That's why we are still here, with all our anarthas, with all our faults. They are working hard. They never give up. One time, Yamuna Mataji, she was saying that, she was recalling, Prabhupada was lecturing on Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the lecture was going on for several days. After 4 or 5 days, one devotee, he raised his hand and he asked, Prabhupada, I have a question. He said, yes. Who is Lord Chaitanya? After 5-6 days of listening to Chaitanya Charitamrita, this devotee is asking, who is Lord Chaitanya? And Prabhupada is so compassionate. He says, oh, such a nice, intelligent question. You're so intelligent for asking this question. And he went on to explain who is Lord Chaitanya. That is the compassion of the devotees of the Lord. They are really working hard. The Lord is really working hard from inside and from the outside. He knows how to bring this devotee closer to me. He knows our problems. He knows our conditions. He's only waiting for our sincere endeavor. That's it. And if we don't endeavor, our sincere endeavor and humility, it is like a vessel in which we can receive the mercy of the Lord. If we are not humble enough, if we are not sincere enough, Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he makes this many times, this statement, sincere, serious, and without ulterior motives. So if we are not that, then the grace of the Lord doesn't come so easily. The Lord is ready to give mercy, but it is our responsibility to make that patra. We should have that vessel in which we can receive the mercy. And that vessel is the vessel of humility, sincerity. Otherwise, it is not so easy. We may spend years in Krishna consciousness, but we may not advance as we expect. Lord is really working hard. That's why he keeps sending his devotees. That's why he wanted the kings to be devotees. Why Yudhishthir Maharaj was made king? Because he was a great devotee of the Lord. The devotee, when a devotee becomes the king, he makes sure that the praja is Krishna conscious. Bhishmoktam atha achyutoktam. Yudhishthir Maharaj was ruling the kingdom according to the instructions of Bhishma Dev and Krishna. Bhishma uktam atha achyuta uktam. Srila Prabhupada, he would tell many times that politicians of today's times, They make so many laws. But any law made by humans will have defects, will have 4 defects. Dhram, pramada, karna, pata, vipralipsa. Imperfect senses, get illusion, make mistakes, and cheat. They'll be there always. But when we follow the instructions of Krishna directly, then there is no mistake. People in this world, they want Ram Rajya without Ram. They want kingdom of God without God. How is it possible? They want that everybody should live honestly, follow the moral codes, but they don't want God. It is not possible. So therefore, it is the responsibility of the Lord to make sure that He keeps sending His people to reclaim the fallen conditioned souls. And that's why He keeps working hard. It is not so easy for the Lord. The Lord is working really hard to bring us back to Him. And still, when we don't turn to Him, He never gives up. Because He is always thinking. He has extreme compassion. His compassion, it is just like Suniti, she tells her child, Dhruva, who came running to her, crying, angry. She already knew what was the problem. And she tells, oh Dhruva, whatever you want, go to Lord Narayan. Tameva vatsa shraya bhritya vatsala mumukshubhi mrigya padabja paddatim ananya bhave nij dharma bhavite mana avasthapya bhajasva purusham. She says, oh my child, Krishna has the heart of millions of mothers. What can I do for you? I have only one heart and I'm helpless. Krishna, He is all powerful and He has the heart of millions of mothers. Please go to Him. He is Bhritya Vatsal. He never fails in showing mercy to His devotees. Please go to Him. Srila Prabhupada writes in this purport also, just 3 lines of purports, but very wonderful statement Prabhupada writes here. The Lord is situated in everyone's heart and especially in the heart of His devotees. You know what does that mean? Especially in the heart of His devotees. What is so special? Why Prabhupada is writing especially in the heart of His devotees? Because for the other living entities, for the other humans, the Lord is Paramatma, manifesting as Paramatma. Upadrashta Anumanta. He is observer and He is sanctioner. And He sometimes gives directions. The Lord may direct the living entities for some things, but when the devotee, when the living entity takes to devotional service and starts serving the Lord, chanting the names of the Lord becomes really active, manifesting as Bhagavan. In the heart of the devotee, the Lord is not there as Paramatma, the Lord is there as Bhagavan. That's why Prabhupada writes, He's specially in the heart of His devotees. He's special. He's ready to help His devotees. And the Lord knows everything. He knows how to adjust things. And therefore, whatever is needed, He does it. And sometimes whatever the Lord does, it may not look so palatable because we are short-sighted, because we can't see things in the long run, what will happen to me, why this is happening to me. The Lord is aware of everything. The Lord is planning for each and every one of us. Only thing He expects is we should practice our part properly, intensely. The process of devotional service, the Lord wants that we practice it intensely because that is the only auspicious path in this entire material creation. Nahi ato anya shiva pantha vishata samsrita viha Vasudeve Bhagavate Bhakti Yogo Yato Bhavet. There is nothing more auspicious than this path of devotional service. Nahi ato anya shivah pantha. The Lord has given this path, which it is all auspicious path. And He wants every living entity to follow this. This path of devotional service, it is so very pleasing, so very wonderful, auspicious. Prabhupada in Nectar of Instruction in Utsaha Nishchaya Dhairya, to explain Nishchaya, what is the confidence of a devotee, he makes few points about the devotional service. He says the devotional service, it is all profitable. There is no loss in this path of bhakti. It is all auspicious. It attracts everyone. It creates wonderful qualities. Jiva Goswami writes, Prinanam sadgunadi pradatvam sukha pradatvam. Prinanam means it creates affection for the Lord. It attracts everyone. Sarva jagatam anuraktata. It attracts everyone. It creates wonderful qualities. Sadgunadi pradatvam sukha pradatvam. It gives unlimited happiness. So this path of devotional service, it is so very wonderful, auspicious path. It is all pleasing. Susukham. One time, devotees were in one of the temples, I think in New Vrindavan. The devotees had made a huge feast and gulab jamun for the appearance day celebrations of the deities. And everybody was waiting that that feast will be offered to the Lord and then we'll get Mahaprasad. The temple president there, he was strict. He said, everybody will get only one gulab jamun. Or he said, everybody can take only 2 gulab jamuns. And devotees wanted to take as many as they want. They went to Prabhupada and said that, Prabhupada, he is not allowing us to give more, to eat more. Prabhupada said, okay, everybody can eat as much as they can, and that devotee will eat only 2. So the path of Krishna consciousness, it is all pleasing. It is susukham kartum avyayam. Ya nirvritistanubhritam tava pada padma dhyanad bhavajjana katha shravanena vasyat sa brahmani swamahimanya nathamabhut kim tvantaka silulitam patatam vimanat. Dhruv Maharaj is offering prayers. He says, oh my Lord, nirvriti, the happiness which I am experiencing in 2 things. Tava Pad Padma Dhyan and Bhavajjana Katha Shravan. Meditating on your lotus feet and hearing your katha from your devotees. It cannot be compared to anything of this world. Sa Brahmani, even Brahmananda is insignificant. Then what to speak of Swargananda? And then this happiness of this world, Jada Ananda, it is not in question. It's path of devotional service is all pleasing. And the Lord, He knows how to relieve the suffering of His devotees. He is waiting for us to turn to Him so that He can give us this bliss of devotional service. But unfortunately, we don't understand, sometimes we don't understand how the Lord wants us to be happy. Because the Lord's way of working is difficult to understand. We may want our happiness in certain way, but the Lord's way is different sometimes. It is very difficult to understand how Lord works in the life of His devotees. When Pandavas, they went to Bhishma along with Krishna, and Bhishma Dev was so sorry. Actually, he was happy, and then he started discussing with Yudhishthira, and he said, "Oh, I'm so sorry to see you in going through so many problems. Aho kashtam, aho anyayam, yadiyuyam You didn't deserve to live, but still you survived because Vipra Dharma Achyut Ashraya. You had taken shelter of the saintly people, religion, Dharma, and Krishna. And then he speaks a wonderful thing. He says, actually, it is all time factor working in your life. You know, who is this time factor? Nobody can understand how this time factor is working. This Krishna who is standing in front of you, he is not your maternal cousin, by the way. Yanmanyase matuleyam surin mitram priyattamam sachivam akarot sachivam dutam sauridat atasarathi. He is none of that. He is not your messenger. He is not your chariot driver. He is not your worshipable devata. He is the Supreme Lord directly. Esha vai Bhagavan Sakshat. Adyo Narayana Puman. Mohayan Mayaya Lokam Gudha Sharati Vrishnishu. He wanders in the human society to bewilder people. Nobody can understand how he works. Yudhishthira Maharaj may say, well, he's standing right there, we'll ask him. Bhishma says, even if you ask, he will not answer. And even if he answers, you will not understand. Nahi asya karhi chitrajan puman ved viditsitam yad vijigyasaya yukta muhyanti kavayopihi. Even great personalities are bewildered. What it takes to understand the activities of the Lord. Because Lord is working for every one of us. And many times we can't understand how the Lord is working for me. It requires intense prayers and sincere devotional service. Sincere devotional service means consistent devotional service. One time, S.B. Keshav Swami Maharaj was telling that somebody told him that, Maharaj, you know, it is so nice that when he was a brahmachari, he said, it is so nice that you are absorbed in services, but do you know it is also service to be absorbed? In the mode of doing services, you know, the Rajogun comes in and we may not even remember why I am doing this seva, for whom I am doing this seva. Seva is done. But we forget to get the maximum advantage of that seva. We miss that. So we have to remind ourselves why I am doing. We have to be absorbed in Krishna also. We have to be prayerful in the beginning of all our services, in the middle of all our services, after the services are done. We should be prayerful. Keep praying to the Lord. That is very important. Brahmaji, when the Lord appeared in front of him, he said, oh my Lord, I have three requests. He said, first, please empower me to do this seva of creation. It is such a huge task. You have given me this task of creation. Please empower me. And if I am successful in this seva, I may become proud. Please protect me from false ego. And it may be possible that I may get deviated from this path of seva. Please save me from deviation. These three prayers are very important. Always remember the Lord is the one who empowers. It is the Lord who protects from ego. It is the Lord who saves us from deviation. When Brahma offered his beautiful prayers, Lord tells Brahma, oh Brahmaji, you remember you heard tapa, tapa. Who spoke those words? I spoke. Who gave you faith to believe in those words? I gave. Who gave you strength to do tapasya? I gave. Who, and now I have appeared and you are offering beautiful prayers. Who is giving you intelligence to offer prayers? I am giving. Nothing belongs to us. Mat chakarthang mat stotram mat katha bhudayankitam yadava tapasite nishtha Saesha mad anugraha. It is my anugraha. It is my mercy. So therefore, we should always be aware that it is the Lord who is giving me all this intelligence, all the skills, all the capabilities. I should be grateful. I should be thankful, prayerful. Oh, my Lord, please help me so that I can serve properly. And to the extent we have Krishna in our consciousness, to that extent we'll be empowered. Brahmaji tells Narad Muni, "Oh Narada, my words, they never go wrong. My mind never goes towards wrong things. My senses, they never go towards sense gratification. You know why? Because I have caught hold of the lotus feet of the Lord with great zeal. न भारती में अंगम ऋषोपलक्ष्यते न वै क्वचिन्मे मनसो मृषागति न मे ऋषिकाणि पतन्त्य सत्पथे यन्मय हृदय उत्कण्ठ्यवता धृतो हरि. That is the secret of success, to catch hold of the lotus feet of the Lord with great zeal, intensity. That we have to always remind ourselves, because the nature of this world is, it is mode of Rajogun and Tamogun. Sattvagun is very difficult. In the flow of doing our services, we should not forget why I am doing this service. We should be prayerful to the Lord. I want to experience your presence, O my Lord, in my life. Please help me. I am doing this seva. Please help me. Otherwise, seva may be done, but if I am not conscious, I may not be able to perceive the presence of the Lord in my services. And then I'll not advance as expected. I'll not experience the Lord in my life. Because ultimately, bhakti is all about experiencing the Lord's presence. Bhakti, para, isha, anubhava, and virakti. These three things they have to happen. Bhakti, paresha, anubhavo, virakti, anyatra chaisha, trika eka kala, prapadyamanasya thashnatasyu, tushti, pushti, kshut, apayo, nughasam. When we eat, with every morsel of food, three things happen. We get satisfied, tushti. We get nourished, pushti. And our hunger decreases. Kshut, apayo, anughasam. Similarly, when we practice devotional service, three things have to happen. They should happen. Bhakti, paraisha anubhava, and virakti. We should experience the presence of the Lord in our life, paraisha anubhava. Bhakti, we should increase our devotional sentiments, devotional practices. It will happen. And virakti will become detached from the material world. It will happen. If they are not happening, that means we are not doing it properly. We have to experience the Lord's presence. We have to pray for it. It will not come automatically. It is not so easy to experience the Lord's presence. We have to beg for it. We have to pray for it. Then the Lord will tell us how we can see Him in our devotional service, in our life, in this world, in the lives of other devotees, how the Lord is working. It's not so easy to understand how the Lord works. It requires great deal of effort. And Lord will keep testing us. Lord never leaves any devotees untested. Because, when we go to market to buy anything, we test. Ordinary vessel, if we want to buy, we test. So why Lord will not test us? We want entrance into the kingdom of God. So Lord has all the rights to test our consciousness, test our determination, test our intensity. Because if a immature devotee or not pure, if an impure devotee is allowed entrance in spiritual world, what will happen? How many of us feel that in this self-same body now with my present consciousness, if the Lord comes and says, "Oh, dear devotee of mine, please come to spiritual world," how many of us are ready for it? Can anyone raise hands? If in our current consciousness, with our current lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, illusion, if the Lord comes and says, "Please come back, I'm taking you back to the spiritual world now," you know what will happen? We'll die of envy and lust and anger and greed. Because in spiritual world, it is unlimited opulence, unlimited beauty. So the Lord tests his devotees so that we can, if we are not purified, we'll be miserable even in spiritual world. So therefore, we have to be careful to understand, are we prayerful? If we are not careful about our prayers, if we are not prayerful, then it will be difficult. Time will pass by. Bhakti is a susukham, bhakti is all auspicious, all pleasing, but if we are not prayerful enough, we may not experience that bliss of bhakti. Most of the time, our bliss is only in prasad. That is the most attractive part sometimes, at least, for the initial few days or few months or years. Prasad attracts devotees. But one time, one devotee, he told Prabhupada, "Prabhupada, now why you are telling that now you should control your eating? In the beginning days, you told us to eat till neck." Prabhupada said, "Okay, in the beginning, I told you to eat till neck and you followed, right?" "Yes, Prabhupada." "So now I'm telling you to control. Then why are you questioning?" Because that was attractive. So now we have to focus on increasing our prayers. We can't wait. Oh, lots of time is there. Aram se. Bhakti is urgent activity. It is urgent. Saraswati Thakur, he would tell, Krishna consciousness cannot wait for anyone. He told Srila Prabhupada when Prabhupada met him for the first time. And he was telling, who will listen to your message of Lord Chaitanya? We are a dependent country. Let us get independence first. Then we'll preach this. Saraswati Thakur said, no. Krishna consciousness cannot wait for anything. We cannot afford to wait. We cannot afford to waste time. The greatest killer of Krishna consciousness is waste of time. Gossiping, social media. One time, Upendra Prabhu, one of the Prabhupada disciples, he was Prabhupada's servant, and he was at the door of Prabhupada. And his duty was, whenever Prabhupada rings the bell, he has to go inside and check what Prabhupada wants. So he was standing and some devotee came and he started talking to this devotee. Prabhupada, he rang his bell and Upendra Prabhu ran inside and asked, yes, Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, who are you talking to? Upendra Prabhu said, oh, I'm talking to the devotees, Prabhupada. What were you talking? Oh, just about things and other devotees. Prabhupada said, that is gossip. Gossip will destroy our movement. That is very important to understand. We can't afford to waste time. It is urgent activity. It is not that, okay, we have lots of time, we'll do aram se bhakti. No, aram se wali bhakti will not help. We have to be sincere. Lots of work is pending for us. Intense. We can't afford to waste time in cricket, politics, social media, talking about other devotees, talking about what all problems are happening in ISKCON. Problems are unlimited in ISKCON. We are not here to see for the faults because Kaler Dosha Nidhi Rajan. Everywhere you will find faults. Because spiritual institution in the material world, well, that means problems will be there. The devotees have different conditionings. We can't expect them to behave as pure devotees. We are trying to rectify, but the problems will happen. So we have to be really on urgent mode. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami, he wrote entire Ante Leela in summary in the beginning of the Madhya Leela. Why? Because he was feeling that urgency. I may not live. Ei Ante Leela sar sutra madhya visatar kare kichu kare lobe varan. Iha madhya mari jabe varne tena pari tabe ei Leela bhakta gana dhan. I may die in between. Who will give the treasure of Chaitanya Leela to devotees? संक्षेपे सूत्र कोइला ए इहा ना लिखिला आगे तहा करी भविस्तार यदि तदिन जिये महाप्रभुर कृपा होए इच्छा भरी करी भविचार. If I live by the mercy of Mahaprabhu, I will explain, I will elaborate. He was in an urgent mood. So we have to be in that urgent mood. This path of Krishna consciousness, which the Lord has come to give us, and He knows the problem of the devotees. He knows how to bring us closer to Him. He adjusts many things, as Prabhupada writes. He knows how things are to be adjusted. And many times we don't like the way Lord adjusts things for us because we have our own conceptions of, okay, I'll adjust this thing at this time. Lord has another timeline. And Lord's plan is better than our plans. So therefore, when things go wrong in our life, we should always pray to the Lord, oh my Lord, please give me the intelligence to see your hand in this situation. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi. He will give intelligence when we are doing bhakti intensely in our peaceful times. So it all depends on what type of bhakti we are doing when things are not so bad in our life, when things are going normal in our life, how intense we are, how serious we are. That will decide our progress in difficult times. Okay, so we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions anybody has?
Thank you, Prabhuji, for this very, very enlightening class. You always bring up very insightful points and deep realizations. Thank you, Prabhuji. So now I request Sunil Prabhu, you can ask your question.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very beautiful class, so inspiring, so motivational. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my question is like, how do we become sincere, Prabhu? Like, I know I'm not sincere. So I know, Prabhu, it is how to do question only. But please, can you say a little bit?
How to be sincere? One thing we can see in our life, am I doing my devotional service consistently? If we are doing my devotional service consistently, even in the midst of all the difficult situations, that is itself our sincerity. Serious means to do things, in a very attentive way. Sincere means to do things in all circumstances. So that is the parameter. Sincere means nothing will distract me from my devotional service. I will do this in any circumstance. That is a sincere devotee. If I have to go to Mangalarti, I'll go to Mangalarti. Whatever may happen. If I want to chant, I will chant. I have to complete these many rounds in the morning. That is sincere devotee. And serious devotee means I will try to put all my attention there. Serious. Serious doesn't mean that one who moves around with a long face, oh, I am serious devotee. That is not a serious devotee. Serious devotee means very attentive in the devotional practice. So that is what we have to judge in our life. We have to pray for that sincerity, pray for that determination. And slowly, when the Lord sees our consistent endeavors, we may fall down many times, no problem. Falling down is not a problem. To stay fallen is a problem. To remain fallen is a problem. We may fall down many times, and the Lord knows it. He expects that from a neophyte devotee. Jata shraddho matkathaso nirvinna sarva karmasu veda dukkhatmakan kaman parityagopyanishvara. Lord tells in the 11th canto, 20th chapter, 27, 28, very beautiful verses. He says, my devotee, his faith has risen in my pastimes. He has given up sense gratification because he knows sense gratification gives misery. Parityagopyanishvara, he can't give it up. Tato bhajet mam prita. But still, you know what my devotee should do? He should keep on practicing bhakti in a happy mood. Prita. We should be happy practicing devotional service. We should not be miserable seeing our fallen condition. Many times we become miserable seeing our fallen condition, right? Why I'm so fallen? Why I am like this? See, so many devotees are doing so many wonderful things. Why I am like this? Why am I insignificant fallen devotee? Why I have all this lust, anger, greed? Don't blame yourself. Don't condemn yourself. Be happy, whatever I may be. Happy doesn't mean being shameless. Happy means I will keep on practicing bhakti because I know Lord will accept me. Lord will never give me up. That is important. So I will keep on practicing bhakti. Tato bhajet mam prita shraddhalu dridhanishchaya. With faith and with determination. All the while repenting. Dukkho darkamsha garahayan. Repent for your sinful activities. Repent for your fall down. But that repentance should make us more enthusiastic. The difference between guilt and humility is the guilt makes one more depressed. Humility makes one more enthusiastic to practice bhakti. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, sincerity means we can check by consistency.
Yeah, that is one of the parameters. Sincere
Thank you so
devotee.
much.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Thank you, Prabhu, for that question. Now I request Puja Mataji, you can ask your question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, you made a statement regarding when we are doing bhakti intensely at peaceful time. But many a times we think that we are not in peaceful situation. So our mind try to place that this condition is not peaceful. So chala lenge. Whatever we are doing, thoda here and there, everything is okay. But that proper peaceful time when we try to intensify our bhakti, our mind try to place that peaceful time ki I am facing a lot of struggle, so whatever possible I will keep doing. So how to deal with this aspect, Prabhuji, if you can guide?
That's the nature of the mind to always show the worst part of our life. Even if things are going good, that's the nature of the mind, to focus on the dark side, focus on the negativities of our life. So we have to train our mind to see good things. That is natural for the mind to go to the negative things, go to the problems, go to the wrong things in our life. We have to train our mind. Try to see good things. Try to express gratitude every day to the Lord. Begin with the gratitude. Offer prayer to the Lord in the beginning of your day. Slowly, our mind will come out of that negativity to always see negative things, even if things are going good. Now, there are some people who are always negative about everything. Devotee, if you're not an optimist, you're an atheist. A devotee can never be anything but an optimist. Because the devotee knows whatever is happening in my life, it is planned by the Lord. And why Lord will plan something which is not good for me? I may not be able to understand, but it is for sure something good. So we have to train our mind to see good things. And if we are not able to see, take help of some senior devotees who can help us, who can guide us. Because many times, even after knowing everything, in difficult situations, we need help. Even Sanatana Goswami, our foremost acharya, he needed help. He was thinking, what is the use of this body? Let me throw this body in front of Jagannath cart, end my life. Mahaprabhu had instructed him for 2 months directly. Still, he went through that. So it is natural for the mind to go into that negativity. We need devotees to bring us out of that. Caught hold of the devotees always. Ekaki amara nahi paye bolo harinama sankirtani. Alone we are weak. Be with devotees. Goyam akhyati prachyati is most important. And when the Lord will see that we are humbling ourselves in front of devotees, then He will give that realization. So these are some of the things we should do so that we can come out from that negative zone. That negativity is sometimes killing. We have to learn to see the positive things. That will help us practice bhakti peacefully. Because if we are not peaceful in our life, we cannot practice bhakti properly. We have to be peaceful. We have to be happy. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Now I request Latika Gaurangi Mataji, you can ask your question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. Prabhuji, I want to ask that while practicing devotional service, we often experience ups and downs in our sincerity. How we can remain steady and sincere? Prabhuji, I also wish to share personally that I often miss Mangal Aarti. I keep praying repeatedly to Lordships, yet I feel as though there's no response. This makes me wonder whether the Lord is not listening or if this reflects my own lack of seriousness or sincerity. How should I understand this, Prabhuji?
You are normal devotee. It is now normal to go through ups and downs. It is, unless we are at the level of pure devotee, it is natural to go through ups and downs. Utsahamai, Ghanatarala, Tarangarangini, Vyud Vikalpa, Niyamakshama. These are the stages of Anishtita Bhajan. We should not expect too much of ourselves. Sometimes we expect too much of our little devotional service. Whatever we are practicing, that is not such great thing in comparison to what we want to achieve. So we should be, humble and accept that, okay, I'm not a pure devotee, so fall downs are normal. We may not be able to come to my level of expectations always, but what is my duty? Get up again and walk. We have to just keep on learning from small children how they learn walking. They fall down, again get up, again fall, again get up. They never complain. How many times we will fall down? We will not get up. They again get up, again walk. So that is our seva. That's our job. Keep on getting up, walking again. And slowly you will see that the fall downs are getting less. We can understand, we can see if you look backward, in the initial years, how many years you're practicing, maybe few years or decades. In the initial months or years, what was our condition and what is our condition now? For sure, it must have gone to some level ahead, right? So we are advancing, but we should not expect too much. Immediate, in this world of instant coffee, instant this, सब instant चाहिए अपने को. You want everything instantly. It will not happen instantly. So accept yourself as you are and keep on getting up again and again. Bhuma uskalit padanam bhuma evavalambanam toi jata paradhanam tameva sharanam prabho. If a child falls on the ground, take shelter of the same ground to get up. We may fall down in devotional service, take help of the same devotional service to get up again and keep walking. No problem. We never give up. If we give up, then we are lost. As soon as we get up, oh, we are not lost. It is normal. Madhyamanopi madbhakto vishayar jitendriyah prayah pragalbhaya bhaktya vishayar nabhibhuyate. Krishna is telling my devotee, he is badhya, vichara, he is bound. Bound in what? Sense gratification. Vishayar jitendriya, can't overcome pragalbha bhakti, but he renders intense devotional service. He may lose some battles, but he will win the war for sure. So that is the understanding. We should never feel, why this is happening to me? Why Lord is not listening? Lord is listening. He is reciprocating. His way of reciprocation is different. As we have heard this, the wheels of time, they grind slow, but they grind very fine. So Lord's mercy is for sure on everyone, but it takes time. Lord will show mercy at His pace, not at our pace. Be patient. Utsaha, Nishchay, Dhairya. That's the only thing we have to do. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. There are some questions in the chat, Prabhu, I would like to read. How we will conclude 16 rounds were fine enough to offer as service to Lord every day.
They are not fine enough. That's the minimum we have to do. We can chant always more. Whenever we get time, chant more. Prabhupada has given 16 the minimum, not the maximum. That is for minimum regulation. At least 16 you should chant. We should, if we are satisfied with 16, that means there is some problem. We should always desire to chant more. Okay, yes, second.
Yes, second, does 17 round conclude we were able to chant fine enough? Please give us, teach us the checkpoints.
Haridas Thakur was chanting 192 rounds. When Mahaprabhu asked him, what's your problem? He said, my mind is not well. My body is all right. So, nobody can say chanting 17 rounds or 25 rounds or 32 rounds is enough. 17, today I chanted 17th round, means all my 16 rounds were good. No, it is not like that. It is every mantra endeavor. So we have to keep on working hard, keep on praying, prayerful. Sanatana Goswami, he gives 6 things in Hari Bhakti Vilas for chanting properly. Mana samharanam shaucham maunam mantrartha chintanam avyagratvam anirveda japa sampatti hetavaha. He says 6 things we should consider in the practice of devotional service, in the practice of chanting. Mana samharanam, as soon as the mind goes away, bring it back. Mind is like a restless child, wants to run away, bring it back. Again and again, we have to do that. Shaucham, cleanliness, external and internal. Internal cleanliness is more important. Not putting anything wrong in the mind, not putting anything unnecessary in the mind. All the news of this world, cricket news, political news, the news of the ISKCON community, which is not so good. Sometimes, oh, this devotee has done that, this devotee is doing this. No need to hear all that. Keep your mind clean. Shaucham, maunam. Try to speak only that which is favorable for Krishna consciousness. Mauna. That is real Mauna. Speak Krishna Katha or that which is favorable for Krishna consciousness. Mantrartha Chintanam. Try to remember the meaning of the mantra. Beginning of the chanting, sometimes in the beginning of every round, you should remember what is the meaning of this mantra. Mantra Artha Chintan. Oh, Srimati Radharani, please engage me in service. This is a service I want to do. Avyagratvam. Avyagratvam means we should never be hasty in our chanting. Sometimes devotees chant so fast, as if the Lord thinks, which mantra is chanting? So fast. Chant, the devotees chant like bumblebees. Chal raha. Lord is also not able to understand which mantra is. Don't be hasty. We want to develop relation with the Lord. Give time. We should not look at the watch every time. Every few minutes, oh, kitna time? How much time? We want to develop relation with the Lord. Anirveda. Anirveda means we should be tolerant in our ups and downs of our life. Learn to persevere, not get disturbed by the problems of our life. Anirveda. So these are a few things we should practice in our devotion, in our chanting. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Now I request Janadar Mataji, you can please ask your question.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. It's Dandana Pranam. I offer my humble obeisances to you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and assembled devotees. Every morning when I'm given the opportunity to ask questions here at Bhakti Sangha, I feel like I'm rich, like I really mean it when I say that it is my greatest fortune to be with you all and to be in your association, Prabhu. Couple of comments that you said something about falling down and getting up again and not being stay fallen. It reminds me, a couple of comments I'm going to make. It reminds me of my favorite quote of Prabhupada, which is of Srila Prabhupada, don't sleep, get up, rascal, get up. This is the opportunity. And I have that in front of me because, like you said, we are neophytes, we are normal devotees, we are gonna fall down. It is natural that we are gonna fall down. We're not like on that level, right? So I always remind myself that the sleeping is the same as falling down. And if you follow Srila Prabhupada, he's telling us, don't sleep, get up from your fall down, rascal, get up from your fall down. Every time that you fall down, even is it an opportunity to strengthen our relationship with Krishna like a child that realizing that I'm really fallen without you. I really can't do this without you. So please have mercy. So I got that from your lesson today. So thank you for that. And then this is the other thing that I wanted to also quote that and I wanted to understand what your take on the matter. Srila Prabhupada had said to a letter to Sukadeva, December 28, 1974, a real Vaishnav will never say that he is superior to anyone. He will say that he is the lowest of the living entities. If he says that he is superior, then actually he is not superior. And the reason why I bring this up, Prabhu, is one, what if you're surrounded by quote unquote Vaishnav, but that's constantly saying that they're better than everybody else. They're so favored. They're this, they just have a special treatment. Eh, like for a new person, I feel like there's a bit of an incongruence. I thought Vaishnava people are supposed to exemplify humility. That's why, when we're surrendering to a guru, we're trying to endeavor, to be as humble as attempt to be as humble as a blade of grass. So, you know, individually and then institutionally, if you are hearing like in bhakti that we are always superior, isn't it a bit incongruent from the main teaching, Prabhu? So I want to know philosophically, what is your take on this? Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, so the principles of Trinadapi Sunichana, they are the foremost in our devotional practice, as Mahaprabhu also told. Please string this mantra on the string of the holy name. And but problem is, we are in this material world in midst of the devotees who are trying to get purified, but they have strong conditionings from their past. Somehow we have come to this practice of devotional service by the mercy of devotees or by past sukriti. We will see such devotees for sure, as you are saying. We will see such devotees who want some respect, want recognition, whose behavior, make us think. But we should always understand that bhakti, pure devotional behavior, it is always rare. What we need to do is, we need to be in a place, be in association of devotees who are practicing, who are trying to practice pure devotional service and trying to be honest about their condition and not displaying obvious anarthas. They are very important things to practice peacefully. As last class also I was discussing, to be peaceful. It is natural. It is, you will, as you are saying, will find such devotees, and their behavior makes us think, what is the actual practice of devotional service? What are these devotees doing? But the problem is, we are in an institution. I'll give you a simple example from Bhagavatam. Daksha, he insulted Lord Shiva royally in front of everyone. Everybody knew he was not right. And Bhagavatam also classifies Daksha as a devotee in the mode of ignorance. But after 2 chapters, it comes in 4th chapter, 1st verse, 4th canto, 1st chapter, sorry. In the 3rd chapter, 4th chapter, we see many years have passed by. Daksha is made the king, the Prajapati, the senior most personality by Brahma. Brahmaji has made him all this. So now the question comes, why Brahmaji has to give such a high position to such a devotee who is not in good standing, tamoguni bhakta? Why Brahmaji is doing such sevas to him? Because that is the need of institution. He is good in management. He is good in procreation. He will have to be given that seva. Nobody else can do that seva. But institutional success and personal success, they are 2 different things. Very important. Please listen. Institutional success and personal success, they are 2 different things. Somebody may be best in doing their seva, management, but personally, am I becoming successful in my Krishna consciousness? That is completely different thing. In the course of my services, I may offend devotees. I may become more proud of my services. I am not advancing in my service, in my Krishna consciousness. So we have to understand, see things from Bhagavatam. The eyes of Bhagavatam, they reveal what is actual devotion. So we'll find such people in our ISKCON also. We are a spiritual society in the material world. So we have to see devotees going through different situations with different conditionings. And if somebody is good in management, somebody is good in getting resources, getting Lakshmi, they'll be given the positions. So we should not think why he is given position, because nobody else can do it. So that is these are the things we have to accept. Learn to accept the things. In this material world, spiritual organizations have conditioned devotees Not everybody is a pure devotee here, no? So we have to understand. We have to learn to live here, taking best out of, this process. As Gaurang Prabhu, you must have heard, Gaurang Prabhu, when he's senior devotee, he was telling once, in Krishna consciousness, in ISKCON, you will get best of Krishna and best of Maya both. You choose what you want. If you want best of Krishna, you will get here. Best of Maya also you will get here. So that's how we have to come to the terms here. We are staying in the material world. Okay, thank you.
With your permission, may I ask another question, which is, so what do we do then if we are in close proximity of that particular devotee who is, I don't want to be critical. I really am trying my best not to be critical, but the way they speak, it's sort of like registering in your body in a, you're feeling some incongruence. Like you're feeling like, let me give an example. So for instance, right, haughtiness and pride, I think goes 175 in the Hawkins map. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but the field of consciousness, and then love is like 500. So, when you're surrounded by conditioned soul, may it be a devotee, right? That is, their speech is registering in a particular resonance in your body that is a little low in resonance and that is incongruent with you. So do we keep tolerating it or distance ourselves the association? Because I'm hearing in our classes, like I'm hearing two advices. So what is your advice precisely?
Best is to stay away.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay.
Yeah. If you can stay away, that is best. You don't have to unnecessarily struggle with, such things, because they'll bring our consciousness down. Rather than criticizing them, just stay away.
Yeah.
As that's what Rupa Goswami tells in Nectar of Instruction. Krishneti yasya giritam manasa adriyeta. For a neophyte devotee, offer respects from a distance. Don't be with them. Don't associate with them. Be respectful. Don't insult them. Don't criticize them. Be respectful. But stay at a distance. That's it.
Yeah.
That is easiest. That's what I can say.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your
Thank you.
very practical advice. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Radhe.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So Mataji will stop here. I have another class. So
Yes.
yeah.
There are no hand raises, so with your permission, we'll stop here.
Thank you. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Vanchakalpatarubhesha kripa sindhubheva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo
Namo Namaha.
Ganpati Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
His Grace Gaur Vilas Prabhu ji ki jai. Thank
Jai.
you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Gauranga
Gauranga Nityananda.
Prabhuji, koti dandat pranam. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So we are not ending the call here. I would like to stop this live and the recording, and then we'll start the Ekadasi reading. Hare Krishna. Time to stop the live.